Her hand was already gone, but the sting lingered on my cheek, while the humiliation sank even deeper. I stood rooted in the center of the ballroom as whispers spread and the music faded into a heavy silence. Melissa, my sister-in-law, and the bride had just slapped me in front of hundreds of guests at her wedding. My mistake was spilling a few drops of champagne on the hem of her expensive white dress while trying to hand her a glass for the toast. I stared at her, stunned, my face burning, my eyes aching. Before I could explain, she leaned into the microphone and snapped, "You've ruined everything, like you always do. Why can't you stay out of attention for once?" The crowd shifted, uncomfortable, watching and waiting for someone to step in. No one did. Then came the most crushing moment. Ethan, my husband, stepped forward, not to defend me, but to agree with her. "Melissa's right," he said coldly. "You should have been more careful. It's her big day." My breath left me. My knees shook. I had sacrificed so much for Ethan and his family, enduring their remarks and quiet cruelty. But this, being publicly humiliated with his support, was too much. I turned to leave, my dignity barely intact, when Ryan, the groom, stopped me. He took the microphone from Melissa's trembling hands, anger and disappointment etched on his face. The hall fell silent. "I won't stand by and watch this," Ryan said firmly. "This day is meant to celebrate love, respect, and family. What I just saw was cruelty, from my wife and from those who stayed silent." His eyes settled on Ethan. A real partner doesn't let the person they love be publicly shamed, and a real bride treats people with kindness, not contempt. Melissa's face drained of color. If a few drops of champagne make you slap someone in front of everyone, then maybe it's not the dress that's ruined, but your character. Turning sharply to Ethan, he continued, "And you should be ashamed for letting your wife face this alone. If you can't protect her, what does that say about your marriage?" Gasps rippled through the room. Some guests clapped softly, others stared in shock. Melissa tried to interrupt him, but he shook her off. "No," he said, "it may be our wedding day, but if this is how you treat people, if this is how you treat her, I have to question whether this is the life I want." Tears filled my eyes. For the first time in years, someone defended me simply because it was right. Ethan said nothing. His silence told me everything. After the reception, Ryan found me and apologized. "You didn't deserve any of that," he said quietly. His words broke something open inside me. That night, I confronted Ethan. "Do you even love me?" I asked. "You chose your sister while she humiliated me." He avoided my eyes. "It was her wedding," he muttered. "I didn't want to cause a scene." I laughed bitterly. The scene already happened. We argued through the night, but his excuses rang hollow. Something inside me broke for good. I finally understood that love without respect isn't love. Weeks later, I left Ethan. The divorce was painful, but freeing. I stopped shrinking myself to fit into someone else's world. Melissa and Ryan's marriage didn't last. The cracks from that day only widened. Ryan eventually walked away. I didn't walk away empty. I left with a truth carved deep inside me. Never stay where you are disrespected and humiliated. Love should lift you up, not tear you down. And when I look back now, I feel no shame, only gratitude. Because sometimes the deepest pain opens your eyes to the truth.